Hi everyone, this is Mr. Chang, and in this video, we're going to take a look at writing a script in Roblox Studio, and we'll also take a look at variables. So I just want to note from our previous video that line numbers are not part of the code. So you might have noticed that when we added our script to the left, we have these numbers, and those are called line numbers. So they're there for our reference. So for example, if I said something like, take a closer look at line 1, it looks like there's a bug there, you would know which line of code I was referring to. In addition, Roblox Studio has syntax highlighting. Syntax highlighting shows keywords and data types. So for example, here we've got prints, which is in blue, which is a function. And we also have hello world, which is a string, which is in green, which is in a different color. So again, syntax highlighting is there for you and is helpful to kind of look at the different parts of your code. Now, by default, when you add a script to a part, it's named simply script. However, just like renaming parts, it's also good programming practice to rename your scripts. So for example, let's go back to Roblox Studio, and I'm going to rename this script ball script. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and play it, just so that you can kind of see the difference when you run the code. So if you notice here, when I mouse over hello world, now it says workspace.ballPart.ballScript because we changed the name of the script. And also over here, where this output is coming from, notice that now it says ballScript:1 because again, we changed the name of the script. All right, now let's go over some definitions. A variable is a container for a value. So for example, the variable my_name is assigned the value of profpi, which is my Roblox username. Now the keyword local indicates the scope or where the variable is visible of the variable. We'll go over scope in more depth in future lessons. Putting a value into a variable is called assignment. Now, Lua's equal sign has a different meaning than you might be used to from math class. In programming and in Lua, it means that the value on the right-hand side is assigned to the variable name on the left-hand side. So again, we have local my_name. My_name is the name of the variable. Equal here means assignments. And the value here is profpi. Variable names are also known as identifiers, and identifiers must start with a letter or underscore, and they cannot contain a space or a special character. So those are variable name rules that you must follow when you're declaring a variable. Now, variable names can also not be one of Lua's reserved keywords. So this is a small list of the keywords. There are more that are out there. So do be careful not to name a variable any of these names. You'll also notice that if you were to try to use that particular name in Roblox Studio, it would syntax highlight it. So that should give you an indication not to use it. Now, variable names can be any length you want, but you're the one who has to use them. So just make sure they're meaningful and easy to remember. And again, from a previous lesson, make sure it follows the Roblox Studio naming convention. Now in Lua, the default value of a variable is nil. In Latin, nil means none or no. So in Lua, what nil means is that it's just empty or there's nothing inside. So for example, let's say I have local Robux and I assign that the value of nil. I currently have no Robux. Now, let's write our first script here. So we're going to add some code, and we're going to add some code to our ball part that we have from before. So let's go back to our Roblox Studio here. I'm going to click on stop, and I'm going to add some code here. I'm going to say local ball equal script parent. And so here we're assigning the variable ball and assigning it to script.parent. Now, script.parent is a reference to ball parts, and we are again assigning the variable ball to script.parent just to make our life easier rather than just typing out script.parent the entire time. Now, next, we're going to change the material of ballpark to neon. So neon is a string. Again, string means that it's a set of characters. So we have to enclose that in a pair of quotations. So let's go back to our Roblox Studio, and we're going to say ball dot material equal neon. All right, now one way to represent colors is through RGB. RGB is a color model where red, green, and blue are the primary colors of light that are added together in various ways to reproduce a broad array of colors. Now, each color channel is represented by 8 bits, which means that they have values from 0 to 255. Now, to create a random number, we're going to use something that's built into Roblox Studio, which is math.random. When called with 2 integers, let's say we have m and n, math.random returns a random number in the range of m and n. So let's set red, green, and blue to 255, just to kind of test things out here. And what color do you think it'll produce? I'm going ahead and I'm typing that into my Roblox Studio over here. Now, to assign the ball's color, we need to assign it values. And to do that, we use something called color3, which is a data type inside of Roblox Studio. And that describes a color using, again, our red, green, and blue components. So let's go ahead and we're going to go back to Roblox Studio. So we've got ball.color equal color3 from RGB. And again, we're going to use our red, green, and blue. So we have full red, full green, and full blue. And let's give this code a try here, see what happens. And by doing that, when we have red, green, and blue, that produces white. All right, I hope that helps, and I'll see you in the next video.